Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If this is your first time here, consider joining the family by clicking that subscribe button and remembering that notification bell so that you'll be reminded when I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some very simple and easy Dollar Tree Boho DIYs. If you want to see what I created, keep watching. Thank you so much again for tuning in and watching today's video. I'm going to share with you the first two DIYs. I have two of these little hanging planters. I thought those were so cute. And I'm going to be using two of these little window frames. Now I'm just removing the attachment and I'm going to scrape up the adhesive, the glue, whatever this is that kept the little piece on there. I will save those little pieces for later. Once I get both of them removed, what I'm going to do now is, I know the window frames are white, but I'm going to go in with some of that satin white chalk paint just to give it that chalky finish. Now this is more of a farmhouse boho, but these blend in perfect with the decor that I have. So in my living room space where I have the television, the decor in that room is boho. So that's why I'm going with this style choice today. So once I get both of them painted, I'm going to use this hazelnut chalk paint from Waverly, and I am just going to distress over these frames. I absolutely love the boho decor in my living room. I just wanted to create some more DIYs to blend in with some existing decor that I have. That's the only room where I have boho. I do have a little boho blended in my bedroom, but my living room space, all the decor in there is boho. So once I get both of these distressed, what I'm going to do is take those two hanging planters and I am going to attach them in the center of these. I am going to be using some of my Gorilla Glue and hot glue because I want these to be nice and secure. All of the DIYs in today's video are very simple, no fuss, 1, 2, 3 steps, very easy to do, but they all came out with a nice high-end look to them and they blended great with some existing decor. So as you see, I am going in with my super glue first, and then I'm going to go in with some hot glue and just attach it right in the center. All I'm going to do with these is style some greenery in them. In my boho decor, I like to have plants and greenery blended in as well. And so I did pick up these picks from like a local store for $1.25, and all I'm doing is pulling off these grass looking pieces to add in there, and I'll save the other floral pieces for like a future DIY. So I'm just going to pull them all off the other pick, and I'm going to add them into the other pot, and that will be it for these. These are so simple, but they are so cute. Moving along to my next DIY. This is a very simple boho decor I'm going to create using this wood round piece. Now what I'm going to do is cut the jute cord off, and I will add some jute cord back. I am going to be using some antique wax to paint over this entire piece, front and back. So that is what I really do like about boho decor, because some of it can just be very simple. And so after I get this entire piece painted, I'm just going to tape off the center. So I'm just going to place the painter's tape right in the center, and then what I'm going to do is use that satin white chalk paint and paint 1/2 of this. I'm going to give it 2 coats, letting it dry in between each coat. Now you can use a heat gun or a dryer to speed up this process. Sometimes I always let my stuff dry because that's when I take a break to go do something else, and then I come back and finish crafting. So once I get that complete, I'm going to go in with that hazelnut color, and I am going to paint the other half. Now, even though this piece is really simple, I think it makes such a large statement, and it actually looked really great in my living room space, styled with some other decor. Now, once I get that complete, I'm just going to pull off the tape. Now, I am going to string some jute cord back through the holes so that I can hang this piece, but I am going to use the jute cord from the Dollar Tree that I have that has the two colors. I love this jute cord. So I'm just going to cut off a piece, string it through, and that will be it. I know it's very simple, but it is so pretty. It makes such a big statement, and it looks great in a space where you have other boho decor. Now for my next two DIYs, I have two vases from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using some of this Dollar Tree macrame cord here. All I'm going to do is attach it to this one taller vase. Now I'm just going to add some hot glue and attach it around the rim first, adding hot glue all the way around so I can keep that first row nice and secured. I must say, I believe these two vases are probably my favorite projects out of today's video. As you can see, I'm just attaching some glue and wrapping it around. That little piece that's hanging, I'm just going to cover that up with the cord that I'm wrapping around. And I'm not going to add so much glue because it's not necessary. I'm going to wrap a while, then add a little glue. I don't want any glue seeking through. I wanted these vases to be nice, neat, and clean to give me that high-end boho look. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of wrapping and then adding glue here and there. And I thought it would look really cute style close together, or even a pair to have two different bases, two different shapes, and one of them taller than the other. So I thought that would look really nice. So I'm just going to continue wrapping it until I get to the bottom, and then I'm going to be adding a little more glue as I get to my last couple of rows, because now I want to make sure that everything is nice and secured and it does not unravel. I get that complete, I'm just going to take my scissors to clip off the hanging cord, and then just get some hot glue and smooth it down as much as possible so that it can look really nice. Now as you can see, I'm on my second base, but I started off with some regular jute cord, and all I'm doing is wrapping the top of that vase first with that jute cord. Now I ran out of my Dollar Tree jute cord. So this jute cord, I did get this roll from Walmart. So it's a little thicker than the Dollar Tree jute cord, which I actually would have preferred using the thinner jute cord, but it still came out really cute. So I'm just clipping off that, and I'm going to tack that down. And now what I'm going to do is finish off this vase with that macrame cord from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just wrapping it around, and then I'm going to add a little hot glue. As I'm wrapping it around, as you can see, I'm pushing the cord down so that everything could be nice and tight. I didn't want to have any gaps. So as I'm turning it, I am pushing it down. So once I get to the end, I'm just going to add some extra glue. As I get down to the last piece, tack it down, cut off the excess cord, and then just blend it together, and that will be it. Now I do have some grass that I'm going to put in the taller vase. The Dollar Tree do sell grass, but I got these from Five Below for $1.25. And I absolutely love these vases. I think they are so cute. They scream boho. They look great paired together, but they will also look great apart. I absolutely love these. Now this next pair of DIYs are so simple. I have 3 of these canvas frames and some of that macrame cord. Now I'm just going to remove these canvas from the frames, and you can just pull out the staples and be very neat if you want to keep the canvas intact, or you can just rip them off like I'm going to do. And you just want to be careful with the staples and make sure nothing is sticking out sharp or anything. So I'm just going to continue pulling off the canvas off the frames. Now, there's no technique to this. This is really simple because I'm going to style these kind of layered. So what I'm doing is adding some hot glue to the bottom piece of the frame, and I'm wrapping the cord around the frame first at the bottom, and then I'm just going to start going around the entire frame. No special technique or formation. I'm just going around the entire frame until I get to the other side, and then I'm going to wrap it around that end and then tack it down with some hot glue. I sort of wanted to use these to be behind some decor, to maybe be stacked together. So that's why I didn't really want any kind of special threading or anything. Now that I have done that first set, now I'm just going to go the long way, the opposite way, doing the same thing, tacking it down on the frame first, and then going around the opposite direction until I get to the other side, and then I will tack that down as well. I sort of just wanted these to look like a net, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to tack that down. I am going to do the same thing to the other 2 frames. So I'm going to get the frame that's the other side and other sides and do the same thing. You can move the cord around if you want everything to be even, as you can see, because you're only doing the hot gluing on the frame. So I'm just going to add the hot glue and do the exact same thing I did to the prior frame. Once I get that tacked down and clipped off, I'm going to go the other direction, adding hot glue to the frame and adding the cord. I'm just going to finish this off and then finish off the small frame. Once I get all 3 done, this is how they look, and I'm just going to stack these and style them and just add some of my beads with the tassel on them. And I think this is simple, but it's also one of those statement pieces as well. Now for my next DIY, I'm using one of these wood planks from the Dollar Tree that has the jute cord, and I'm going to be using 3 strings of these beads. What I'm going to do first, I did cut off the cord that I will add back, and I'm just going in with that hazelnut chalk paint, and I'm going to paint this entire piece, front and back. I do like my projects to be finished on both sides. Once I get that complete, I'm just going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to add it right in the center Once I get my tape down, I'm going to go in with that satin white chalk paint, and I'm going to paint 1/2 of this. Thought it was really simple, but it was really cute. I am giving it 2 coats, letting them dry in between each coat. Once I get that complete, I'm just going to add the cord back in the hose so that I can have the option to hang it. And I am using that two-tone color jute cord that I pick up from the Dollar Tree. Now what I'm going to do is take those beads and I'm going to leave them on the string, and I'm going to attach them. I'm attaching one next to the hole that I added the jute cord in to hang it. I'm only going to add hot glue to the top bead and to the bottom bead, and then I'm going to flip it over to tack down the cord that it's on for extra security. Once I get that one tacked down, I'm going to flip it over and add another one right on the other side, adding hot glue to the top bead and to the bottom bead, and I'm going to flip that over and secure those 2 ends as well. The last row of beads, I'm just going to add them in the center and tack that one down as well. Now what I'm going to do is create a small tassel by just wrapping this cord around my hand, leaving a little piece of cord hanging, and then I'm just going to attach the pieces together by wrapping it around one end, and then I'm going to clip it off after I add some hot glue and tack everything down. Now what I'm going to do is put my scissors through the loop to create the tassel. I'm going right in the center with that piece of string that I had hanging, and I'm just going to continue to wrap that around. I'm going to wrap it around the same area where I wrapped the jute cord to hold the tassel together. Then I'm going to tack that down with some hot glue. Now at the very top, I'm going to cut that little loop on that end and just spread out those little pieces, and that is it. I think this is so cute. I know it's really simple, but I think it's like a chic boho, if that makes sense, but it's really cute. Now for my last DIY, I have one of these round mirrors from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use 3.5 rows of this rope. What I'm doing is taking the back off this mirror, and I am going to take some of that satin white paint, and I'm going to paint the bottom portion of the mirror. I'm just adding some painter's tape to tape it off, and I'm going to go in with 2 coats of that satin white. Once I get that complete, I'm going to add it back to the backing of that mirror. I'm just removing the tape and making sure my line is straight, and then I'm just going to add some hot glue and attach it back to this back that it was on. I'm doing that just to give it extra security and just to have a base, because I'm going to wrap the cord, the decorative rope, all the way around this. So what I'm going to do is add my hot glue and start wrapping the rope. Now I'm going to go in with 3.5 rows of rope, and all I'm going to be doing is adding hot glue to the previous piece of rope and just wrapping it around. And I'm going to continue this process until I have 3.5 row of rope, because what I end up doing was taking one of those wood rounds and attached it to the back, and I'll show you that now. So here's one of these wood rounds, and I decided to do that because I was going to create a hanger for this mirror, but I was like, why not add it to that round piece for some extra security? And I have that piece of jute cord at the top where I can hang it. And so now I'm going under there with lots of hot glue to make sure everything is nice and secured. And then what I'm going to do is, so the cord won't slip out, is I'm going to take some tape and just add some tape to the back right over the two pieces. And that is it for this DIY. I absolutely love this mirror. Mirrors are perfect for boho, for any style decor, but I absolutely love mirrors with boho decor. I think this came out really cute. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. Also in the comment section, let me know what style of decor you love the most. You know I love my farmhouse, but I absolutely love boho. Until next time, my friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.